Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
104.7. Nope. Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds, in the studio. Thank God it's a Red Friday, so it's kind of fitting that the first bowl game the Missouri State Bears ever play is the first ever Xbox bowl game.
It is, but it's the replacement for a bowl game that went defunct. And the way this is really interesting, the way it works. Many of these bowl games that nobody's ever heard of before are all funded by ESPN. And the reason they are is that ESPN needed programming many years ago, so they said, well, we'll spend the money and we'll get these bowl games. There are 17 of them. Well, when the Bahamas Bowl went defunct after last year's game, that meant 16. Have to come up with one of them, and they did, and it's a perfect venue, in my opinion, ideal opponent, the Xbox Bowl. It'll be in Frisco, Texas, and it will be indoors at the Star Complex, which is also part of the Dallas Cowboys training center at the Ford Center. It's an indoor arena that seats about 12,000, and that's what this would draw. The foe for Missouri State is an old foe from many, many years ago, a team the Bears used to play all the time, haven't in the last, probably 20 years, but will again. And that's Arkansas State from Jonesboro, the Red Wolves. And indeed, the Red Wolves and Bears will get it on December the 18th, and it'll be 8 o'clock starting time, our time here, national television on the ESPN, and it'll originate in the Ford Center. It seats 12,000. That's probably about what they'll have for that one. Arkansas State, I don't know how they travel, but I would assume pretty well. And the Bears are taking a big contingent down there to Dallas, not very far away. This is a very big deal. Now, there is, between the two teams, one common opponent. You mean Arkansas State and the Bears played one common team? They did indeed. They both played Kennesaw State. Arkansas State went to Kennesaw, Georgia, and played Kennesaw State and lost to them 28-21. Of course, Kennesaw State's a conference rival for the Bears. Bears went down there in early November and lost 40-35. In a game that Missouri State could have won. This will be a pretty good football game. The Bears and Arkansas State, I said they'll play again in the future. They will. They're on the Bears schedule for 2027. So this is the beginning of perhaps a new rivalry, Missouri State and Arkansas State.
Love to see it. I'd also love to see it. Are you going down to Frisco for this baby?
Probably not. I'm an old retired guy. We don't travel very well.
Your definition of retired and my definition of retired are two different things. So, speaking of retired, Penn State still on the hunt for a leader. Don't have a coach yet. What's the deal?
They may stumble into a very good choice. And I say that advisedly because the individual has not made any commitment yet. But that individual is Matt Campbell, who's done a terrific job at Iowa State. I mean, he's taken the Iowa State Cyclones and made them into a national power. They'll be in a bowl game. They might even be in one of the big ones coming up. But Matt Campbell is being courted by Penn State. It would be a very good move for him. And the fact that nobody's contacted him before, at least we assume they haven't anyway, or if they have, he's turned them down. Penn State's a different animal. That's Big Ten Conference and a noted program. Should never have fired James Franklin, in my opinion, but they did. Nonetheless, Matt Campbell is being courted by them. We'll see how that works out. Nothing definitive yet.
When you get 2 goals scored on you in the first period, that makes it a very difficult race to catch up. Such was the case for the Blues against Boston last night.
And the Boston Bruins ran them out of the TD Gardens last night. 5-2 was the final, and you're right. Boston had 2 in the first period, and the Bruins are a very good team. They're well above 500 now, and the Blues are not. The Blues are kind of scuffling along, and they're missing some of their top players who are going to be out for quite a while. Snuggerud, who is a terrific rookie for them, from the University of Minnesota, I believe. He's out with a hand injury that's going to keep him sidelined, and there are various others, one of whom, and I must admit his name escapes me at the moment, but one of whom suffered burns on his legs in a Thanksgiving Day accident. Come on. Anyway, he's out for maybe 4 or 5 weeks, somewhere around there. Anyway, the Blues are hurting, and the Bruins beat him 5-2.
Lady Bears were in the Big Easy last night. How'd they do on the court?
They won. And the Lady Bears won the game over Tulane, 72-66. Lady Bears went in as a very slight favorite in this game. Missouri State 7-2 on the year, and Tulane was under 500. But when you're playing on the other team's home court, especially in New Orleans, that can be awfully tough. But the Lady Bears held on, came from behind to win it 72-66. Cayman Beckemeyer, the Republic kid who's now a junior at Missouri State, had 22.7 rebounds to lead the way. That's a nice win. Now the Lady Bears come home, and they play tomorrow at the Great Southern Bank Arena, and they'll be playing Kansas. That will be a very nice little battle. Kansas is pretty good.
They are very good. We got championship action for the high school boys. Any local guys going after the hardware?
We have three. Two of them are area teams, or regional, I guess is the best way to put it, and one is local. The two regional teams begin play this morning. Well, one of them begins this morning. Seneca, from down in deep southwest Missouri, will play Lift for Life, and that is a charter school up in St. Louis, and Seneca has played them before. Played last year in the playoffs, beat them 31-0, but the Lift for Life team is very quick, very experienced, and they are in a championship hunt. This will be the title game. That begins at 11 o'clock this morning up in St. Joseph, Missouri. Now, the Class 5 championship game is tonight under the lights in St. Joseph, and that matches Carthage against Platte County. Platte County, folks, is really good. They're 13-0 on the year. They are very quick. Just a very strong football team. That's at 7 o'clock tonight. Carthage will play at 7. Seneca plays at 11 o'clock this morning. And then as far as the immediate Springfield area is concerned, Nixa plays tomorrow night, Saturday night, 7 o'clock in St. Joseph, Missouri. And their opponent for the Class 6 championship at Lee's Summit. So we'll see some pretty good high school football coming up. And it is all tonight and tomorrow.
We've got some Thursday night football to talk about last night. Going into that game, I think the over-under was like 55. And I was like, really? So halftime happens, and I was sitting with a coworker who came up there, and he took the under, and I was like, it looks like you got it, buddy, because there is no way I would have taken over 55. Well, we're both wrong. Those offenses came back out in the second half big time.
They had to.
Yeah. And
73 was the final point total in this one, and it was won by the Detroit Lions, it being the game. The Lions beat the Dallas Cowboys, and that really throws a big nail into the torso of the Dallas Cowboys as far as their playoffs are concerned. That one hurts. They only have now about a 7% chance and need a few breaks. Lions 44, the Cowboys 30. Now, Dak Prescott had a really big game for Dallas. Threw for 376 yards, 2 picks, 2 interceptions, and 5 sacks. Oh, boy, does that ever hurt. 376 yards he threw for, but he's also harassed completely, kind of like Patrick Mahomes had been. Boy, the Dallas defense just did not show up in this one. Meanwhile, Detroit had Jared Goff at quarterback, had David Montgomery and Jamar Gibbs doing the running. Those guys combined for 103 yards. Good receiving. It was all, I can't say all Detroit, because Dallas did have a chance to come back toward the end. Got hit with an absolutely, and I did get home in time to see this, a phantom interference call. I still can't say it, and neither can any of the TV people nor anybody else. Anyway, they called it interference, and it was offensive interference. Took the Cowboys out of a touchdown possibility. They got a field goal out of it, but geez, I don't know where these officials are coming from.
It's like I've been saying, and I've been saying for years to you, I don't care if it's for my team or against my team. I just want consistent officiating in the National Football League.
Everybody does, and I'll tell you what it's doing. It's done it for me, but then again, I'm an old man and I'm cynical, but it's taking away from the credibility of the game.
Well, also, you notice there's not been a whole lot of blowouts this year, just a lot of really close games. Scores are really...
You're a skeptic, and so am I.
It is a parody to me, sir. Ned, you have a great weekend. Go Chiefs.